All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving deep into the world of George Orwell's 1984, and we're going to deconstruct the terrifying ways a totalitarian state can take control of, well, everything. We're not just talking about controlling what people do, but the very fabric of how they think.
And it all starts with this phrase, right? This is so much more than just a tagline. It's literally the core philosophy of the entire society. You've got these posters plastered everywhere, and the eyes, they're designed to feel like they're following you. It's this constant, creepy reminder that in Oceania, you are never, ever alone.
So to really wrap our heads around this, we have to understand the physical world Winston Smith, our main character, is living in. Because it's not just a backdrop, it's the party's oppressive ideology made real.
You know, when you think dystopia, you might picture these shiny, high-tech, futuristic cities. But that's not what Orwell gives us at all. It's the complete opposite. It's a world that is intentionally falling apart. And that's crucial. The griminess, the decay, it's all designed to make people feel beaten down and hopeless.
And this really paints the picture of daily life. So you've got the telescreens blaring on about how great everything is, how many victories they've won, but what's the reality for the average person? It's a constant, miserable grind. And that's a form of control too. If you're always exhausted, always hungry, always just trying to survive, you don't have the time or the energy to think about rebellion. And then there's the surveillance. Oh man, the surveillance. The party's eyes and ears are absolutely everywhere. You've got telescreens in your own home that watch you and listen to you. And maybe the most terrifying part, your own children are taught to be little spies, reporting on you. Every word is a risk. Every facial expression is being analyzed. The very idea of privacy, it just doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, so they're watching you constantly. But honestly, that's just the surface layer. The party's real genius, and what makes it so bone-chillingly effective, is how they go deeper. They're not just aiming to control your actions. They're trying to control thought itself.
And their primary weapon for this is newspeak. Think of it this way. They are literally shrinking the dictionary. Why? Well, the idea is, if you get rid of words, say the word freedom, then how can you even form the concept of freedom in your mind? It's a terrifyingly brilliant idea.
And that is what newspeak is designed to prevent, thought crime. Just let that sink in. In Oceania, the worst possible crime you can commit isn't murder, it's having a single rebellious thought. As Winston writes in his diary, thought crime does not entail death. Thought crime is death. The moment you think it, you're already a ghost.
So how on earth do people function in a world like this? Well, that brings us to the absolute core of the party's psychological control, doublethink. It's like a kind of mental gymnastics. It's the ability to know that something is a complete lie, while at the very same time believing it to be the absolute truth. It's wild.
And here it is, carved in stone, the party's official slogans. I mean, just read them. They make absolutely zero logical sense, right? They're complete opposites. But that's the whole point. This is doublethink perfected. You're forced to not just read them, but to accept them as fundamental truths of your reality.
So if the party can control language and they can control thought, what's the next logical step? Well, it's controlling reality itself. And the way they do that is by seizing total and complete control of the past.
This is literally Winston's 9-to-5 job at the Ministry of Truth. He gets old news articles and rewrites them to match whatever the party is saying today. Then the original documents are chucked down something called a memory hole and incinerated. Just like that, history isn't what happened anymore. History is whatever the party needs it to be right now.
There's this incredible moment where Winston finds actual physical proof that the party lied about something. He confronts a higher-ranking official, O'Brien, with it. And what does O'Brien do? He simply destroys the proof and says this: if the party says it never happened, then it never happened. End of story.
And this is where it all leads. This is the devastating endgame. By controlling the past, the party completely demolishes the idea of objective truth. If they can force you to deny the evidence of your own eyes and your own memories, well, they can make you believe anything.
Okay, so this system seems pretty airtight, right? It's all-encompassing. Which leads to the big question. How could anyone possibly fight back? Is rebellion even on the table when the state can literally control reality?
Winston's journey suggests that maybe the biggest act of rebellion isn't some grand organized plot. Maybe it's something much more personal, much more human. An emotion that the party is doing everything it can to eradicate.
3 little words, passed on a folded slip of paper from a woman named Julia. In our world, it's a simple message. In Winston's world, this is a bomb going off. Remember, all loyalty and emotion is supposed to be directed at the party. Private affection is a radical political act. It is thought crime of the highest order.
And for Winston, his secret affair with Julia becomes his personal act of war. He believes that this raw, messy human instinct, this desire, is the one thing the party can't fully control or regulate. He sees it as the one force powerful enough, corrupt enough, to maybe, just maybe, tear their perfect, sterile world apart from the inside.
But let's be real for a second. Can a system this meticulously designed really be threatened by something as fragile as a human connection? Well, the party's entire ideology, its final layer of control, is engineered to answer that question with a resounding, terrifying no.
When Winston is inevitably captured, O'Brien explains the party's true goal. See, they don't want to just kill their enemies. That's too easy, too inefficient. No, they want to convert them. They want to get inside your head, break down who you are, and then reshape you in their own image. It's not enough for you to obey. They need you to genuinely believe.
This is the chilling truth that O'Brien reveals. The party isn't seeking power for some greater good. Power is the goal. It's an end in itself. He describes it as a boot stamping on a human face forever. Any hope you might have for a better future, it's systematically found and extinguished.
And this all brings us back to the ultimate test. Through endless torture and psychological warfare, Winston is finally brought to the point where he doesn't just say that 2 + 2 = 5 to make the pain stop. No, he sees it. He believes it. His own perception of reality has been completely shattered and then rebuilt by the party. And with those final, haunting words, the conversion is complete. The last flicker of his individual self has been snuffed out. The party didn't just defeat Winston, they unmade him. And it leaves us with a truly terrifying question that lingers long after you close the book. If your reality can be rewritten, and your very mind can be reshaped, then what exactly is freedom?